Okay, and we are live. So today we're making a really quick and easy spring flower bark. I've already started working on melting down our melts here. I said 30 seconds so far, so they definitely need some more time. But we want to give them a little stir. If I want to get off the spoon. Okay, pop them back in there for another 30 seconds because they're still very solid. And for our spring flower decorations, we're going to keep it super simple today, and we're just going to use some fun sprinkles. In particular, I have these little adorable pink flower sprinkles. So we're going to use those for our flowers. In the past, I've also done flowers using M&Ms, which are a really easy way, especially with the pastel ones, perfect for spring, but I wanted to do something even simpler today. So we are going to just use those as well as a mixture of just some pretty nonpareil sprinkles that are good for some nice springy colors. Okay. Giving it another stir. Of course, it still has a little ways to go, but we want to see how much these are actually starting to melt down before we pop back in there. This is about 2 cups of melts, if you're wondering the amount. Okay. I'm gonna go 20 or 25 seconds with this next one, just kind of reduce it a little bit. I just want to make sure we don't overheat, not only because it could, make the chocolate kind of seize up, but also it can lead to streaks in your chocolate melts. So I'm getting my I have just little bags of all these nonpareils. So I have some blue, some green. I'm gonna put some white on there as well. And there's also some pink ones that are kind of like a brighter pink than our flowers. So I might add some of those too. Just wanna get all of our sprinkles ready to go. And of course, this is to go with the theme of the week, which is spring flowers. So if you've missed any of our shorts videos, we have 4 of them up so far and 3 more to go for this week. So make sure you keep checking those out because this is our Spring and Easter series, or the first week of our Spring and Easter series, which will go for 8 weeks total. Okay, we're looking really good. I don't see any little pieces left. So we are ready to add it to our pan here, which I've already lined with parchment paper. And we're gonna wanna work very quickly because it does set rather fast. I'm grabbing my offset spatula as well as a rubber spatula because I wanna get all of that chocolate melt goodness out of the bowl. Okay, so we're going to pour this onto our parchment paper here. And we're going to switch from using our spoon to doing our spatula to make it a little bit easier. If I can reach my spatula. Okay, so got everything out of there. Just gonna scrape off our spatula. And we're gonna use our offset spatula to just spread it out. And often I like to do cookie bark, as you usually see, but I decided to keep it simple today and just go with a just basic little layer here of our chocolate to make a more of a traditional bark, if you will. Okay, and then I like to kind of give it a little tap. Helps release some air bubbles, but also lets it settle down. So you see some air bubbles coming to the surface there. It lets everything settle in all the little nooks and crannies. And now we're going to just very quickly add our sprinkles. So of course, because this is spring flowers, I want to add a fairly good amount of our flowers, but I want to make sure they're upright. So I'm kind of adding them one at a time because I want to make sure that they don't go in sideways. So I definitely want to make sure that these are the star, but then we have our other nonpareils to add in here. So we're going to, like I said, just quickly work with these to add them one at a time. And oh. Definitely want some more of those before we start adding. Oops, that's exactly what I didn't want that to happen, but we're just going to push it down and it'll be fine. Okay, just keep adding them around. Oop, go like that. I guess I'm being extra generous with these, of course, because it is spring flowers. So this definitely takes the longest, but we're still working quickly just to make sure we get everything on there so that the sprinkles will stick. Okay, looks yummy. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining the live and hopping in the chat. I always love when people hop in there and start to say something. And these are dark chocolate melting wafers. I don't remember if I specified that yet because those are my favorite ones to use. I like the slightly richer chocolate flavor that they give. Okay, I think just a couple more flowers and then we're going to quickly add our nonpareils. Just a couple more. Looks good. I could have left some extra glaze. Probably not going to stick a while because it's late for me, but I will for a bit. Oh, thank you so much for joining. This one is actually super quick, so you joined the perfect live for a quick little video. Okay, and then I'm just going to start adding some of our other nonpareil colors, starting with some nice light blue. And these are chocolate melts. That we're adding to. Okay, let's start to add some other colors as well, like some nice light green. Just really nice springy, almost not quite pastel, but pretty close to pastel colors. Do you bake cookies too? I do. I do a whole variety of stuff on my channel. So I do cakes and cookies, cookie pops. I also love to do non-bake, like no-bake stuff as well as baking things. I actually just did a tutorial video last month for brownie, dulce de leche brownie cookies. If you want to check that out, those are super easy and very delicious. My taste testers definitely loved those. should actually, I don't know if I've made a cookie playlist, so I should probably do that. Thank you for the inspiration. I'm also going to add some white just to add a little, another different color here. I guess lack of a color. Just kind of keep filling in the space. I definitely want to do it from a higher point, but nonpareils bounce like crazy, so I'm not doing it from as high as I would like to sprinkle them, but still getting a nice, pretty good distribution here of the sprinkle colors. And then I am going to add a little bit of these slightly brighter pink from the flowers. But not too much because I don't want to take away from our flowers. Let's see. I'm so envious of people who are good at baking. I tried making banana waffles once and ended up with banana porridge. Oh no! You could do it. I believe in you. It just takes practice. And also, I feel like sometimes the right, recipe or the right item that you want to make, because there are some things that I've tried making that I either just do not like the process and haven't touched it since, or some things that just like keep not wanting to work out for me. Like I still have not been able to make a hollandaise sauce, and that annoys me because I like sauces. So, just, I guess it's also kind of about finding the right thing to try out as well. Okay. I think we look pretty good. What do you guys think? You like our sprinkled distribution? Maybe a little bit more blue. A couple spots here. I can see that they are starting to set around the edge. They start to get a little bit like less glossy and a little bit more of like a matte finish to them. So that's how you can tell when they're starting to set. Looks so good. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, I think we're good with our sprinkles, and they look like they're gonna stick. Although every time I cut them, I always have sprinkles fall off when I do bark. But I've also come to think about, I'm considering, I can't talk today, it's Friday. I'm considering trying something I've seen from Allie of Sugar Pusher, where she actually, I think she lets it mostly set and then does cuts before she lets it fully set, so that it gets like a better, better breaks when you actually go to like break the bark, because you can either break it by hand or cut it. But even when you cut it, it can still get a little bit, it still doesn't break perfectly. So thinking about, I think it's to that point where, oh, it like is pretty much set now. So hold on. Let's see if this is going to work. We're going to try this out together. Here, I'm going to get the cutting board out to cut on, not the pan. Okay, this is still a little bit malleable, which I think is exactly the point that she usually does it. So I think she usually, I don't know, let's go in the corner and kind of like, she kind of makes like pre-cuts or like slides the knife through. So we're going to try a couple different things and see what works. It's almost like perforating our bark here. I'm always so hesitant to like cut into anything. Here, let me slide. This is definitely setting. Slide this way. Oh, maybe I'll just make some even cuts. I don't know. I always feel more comfortable making even, slices or anything like that. So maybe this will be a little bit easier. Clean off the knife when there's a little bit extra melted stick. And we're going to see together Well, actually, I still might need to let these set fully, but I don't know. These are setting pretty quick. I could just pop them in the fridge really quick, and they could probably be done. Okay, now I'm gonna go the opposite way. I'm hungry now. Nothing like some chocolate bark to make you hungry. Just gonna go kind of like a diagonal. Oh. Went through a couple flowers there. I try and just press them back in since like I said, the melts are mostly set at this point, but not completely. So we can still get them to stick a little bit more. Okay, that looks kind of fun. Okay, let's pop this in the fridge. And they should set really, really fast already because they're already almost completely set as it is. Just pop that in there. I think I saw a new message in the chat. Why are you cutting them like this? I'm trying something out that I've seen from Allie of Sugar Pusher. She does like a pre-cut before she allows the bark to fully set. And I usually let my bark fully set, and then it can be a little bit tricky to actually get it to break nicely. So I want to see if this helps. I'm not sure how it will do with cookie bark. That will be something I need to experiment with in the future. But it's something I've wanted to try out, so I figured we would try together. So we're just letting it set for just a couple minutes in the fridge. And I'm getting my bowl and spoon in the water so it can start to get the chocolate off of there. Okay. I think we're all caught up in the chat for now. Does anybody have any questions about, I know the bark is super simple. I'm gonna leave the cutting board here, but I'm gonna pop my little, this is like one of the little things to help you open jars and stuff, but it's also great for a no slip thing on the bottom of like cutting boards and plates and stuff like that. So, yeah, any questions in the chat, let me know. While we're waiting for that to set really fast, we've got like another minute or so for it to be in the fridge. Like I said earlier, we do have more fun shorts coming up for our Easter and spring series. This is Spring Flowers Week, and then next week we have not totally spring or Easter, but St. Patrick's Week, because that week will end the day before St. Patrick's Day. So I thought it'd be fun to have some, clovers and rainbows and all that kind of fun stuff. And then what else? We got like Easter egg week and Easter bunny week and Easter basket, all the kind of fun stuff coming up for that. Not really a question, but how are you doing? I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. How are you doing? I know you said you're hungry. I'm sorry to make you hungry. But I hope you're doing well as well. Let's see. I am a tad stressed, if I'm being honest, just because I really want to get more of the series filmed and get more stuff scheduled so it has a little bit more consistency, but we're working on it. So that's a big goal for 2025. So I hope that everyone enjoys that series, and I'm trying to match our lives to the theme of the week. So that's why this one is spring flowers, and then next week is going to be something related to what is it, St. Patrick's Day. I have two different ideas, so I gotta pick because it's also gonna be Pie Day. So let me know if you'd rather see something pie St. Patrick's Day related or just St. Patrick's Day. Let me know what you think. Let's see, I like your voice. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. Love the stuff I just subbed. Oh, welcome to the channel. I hope you like everything. There's a ton of content up, but of course, constantly new stuff coming out. I'm great, excited for the weekend. Yay, are you doing anything fun this weekend? I feel like I don't have any fun plans, but I'm taking advantage of the weather being really nice and I can record by the window. So I'm very excited for that. It might not sound super exciting, but I'm very excited about that. It's been a little bit, cloudy, stormy on and off, and then next week is supposed to be a lot more rain coming in. So trying to take advantage of the nice weather for pictures while I can. Okay. Feels like we are completely set. Look at that. I'm excited. Okay. Usually I have to let the bark set and then post about it later, so you guys are... Oh, it does definitely go easier. It also helps that this is a lot less thick than when I do the cookie bark. So I definitely will have to play around with that. But look how nice these little pieces look. I'm really excited. Let's see, combine all of them, pie, St. Patrick's Day, all of it. I knew you were going to say that. That's my sister. She's like, do everything. Yeah, I'll have to figure out. I feel like I have an idea for that. This is breaking so nicely. I love it. Okay, so definitely, at least for just regular chocolate bark, this is so easy. It makes the edges, like I said, a little bit, like not completely perfect, but it looks a lot better than when I have just those random broken pieces, when it's a little bit more tricky to break the bark itself. Oh, okay, that one didn't break as nicely, but that was also because there was a little flower that got in my way, so. Not all of them are perfect, but that's okay. But they are breaking so nicely. Super satisfying, actually. I hope you feel the same. And as usual, some sprinkles fall off, but 'tis to be expected when it comes especially to nonpareils, just as long as they don't bounce everywhere, because I find some like days later in a spot where I'm like, I cleaned that. I don't know how you got there. But, you know, nonpareils have a mind of their own. Oh, I'm so excited. This worked out really well. Made it so much more easy and less messy than it usually is. So definitely, maybe I should do a cookie bark later in our Spring and Easter live series. Let's see, there's our nice pieces. And of course, these are just super simple dark chocolate. We could have mixed in maybe some you know, oil-based extract for some flavoring, or done some cookies on the bottom like I mentioned, but we wanted to keep it super simple today. So this is a really fast and easy treat idea for spring. Of course, you could switch it up and do Easter sprinkles instead, and then it's perfect for Easter as well. Could I sign up as a taste tester? If you live by me, maybe, but usually it's like my family, friends, neighbors, that kind of stuff. But I really wish there was a way to like do that more of like actually getting stuff to you guys. But for now, I just will have to share the things I make through video. Me too, please. I know, we're gonna figure out a way to like, I don't know, do some type of taste tester thing. I don't know, that would be really fun. I've heard they have like, can do pop-ups or something. Might need to consider that for the future. But are there any more questions, comments, anything to pop into the chat? Like I mentioned, keep checking out our Spring and Easter series coming up. We're also, let's see. Yeah, that's basically the focus right now, is for the Spring and Easter series. All the shorts videos daily, as well as our lives every Friday, same time, unless I let you know ahead of time that something needs to be switched around, but same time, same day every week. I'm not seeing anything new pop into the chat, so that is it for our live today. But thank you all so much for being here, and thank you so much for popping in the chat. I love being able to talk to you guys. That's my favorite. I don't, you know, when I get to talk to myself, it's a little bit lonely, so I really appreciate it. Anyway, I'm probably gonna go read one page of this book I'm reading and then go to bed. Oh, have a good night. I hope you sleep well and enjoy your book. In terms of anything else, I think that's it for today. Oh, end of the month, plan on leaving. Yeah, it's like perfect timing. Yeah, that's it for today. So I hope that you guys enjoy your weekend, have a great time, and be safe if it's stormy where you are. But I will see you guys very soon. And yeah, bye.